Okay, part two. Um, since we know a little basics about these, I want to run through a little bit more. You can find to design proper systems for this land set. You can actually find the slope of this area. Remember, we found the contour lines were 1 foot a piece apart. So you could find the slope. Like, let's say you take a dimension line here, and we can approximate it. We'll find a perpendicular here. Okay. Oh, wrong type of dimension line. Let's try that again. Let's pick this endpoint here. Zoom in. And then we'll pick the one at 525, which we know is 8 foot apart. So we got about 27 foot across. So it's about an 8 to 27 foot slope, and we can actually make that exact if we wanted to when we go to design into there. I just wanted to illustrate that real quick. The project that I would like to demonstrate for this course is one of the first things I thought of when I was thinking they're trying to filter some of the pollution out of this area before it hits this basin, I suppose. The woods kind of filter anything going this way. They act like a natural filter of their own to a degree. But one of the first things I thought when I was looking at this map, where would I begin to try to harvest water? I quickly realized that we have these buildings here, and we don't know what types of buildings they are. We don't know if they're flat roof. We don't know if they have a pitched gable roof. We're not sure what the architecture in them buildings are, but we know that they're buildings. So what I plan to do, what my proposal to model an example of some rainwater harvesting would be to utilize these buildings the water that runs off the building rooftops. And like I said, we don't know if they're built-in gutters for a flat roof, outside gutters for a flat roof. We don't know if this is a gabled roof. Don't know the architecture, but we do know that gutters can be applied to these buildings. So for this project, this water harvesting project, I would suggest that what we're going to do is we're going to build some stormwater collection gutters, and we're going to collect the water somehow in barrels or however tanks, some types of tanks. We're going to store those. If we find the right type of design and engineering, we may try to distill that water, perhaps for drinking. Maybe it might be difficult, but maybe we can use it for plumbing of some type, or irrigation, or like I said, just for drinking water for perhaps animals. So that is going to be the additional part of this. I have found some pictures. Here's some of the, these are probably like a high density polyethylene, an ISP number, what is it, number 5 on an ISP recycling scale, high density polyethylene blue barrel drums. And as you can tell from this photo, it looks like some storm water is coming down into this barrel, and they're perhaps using it to fill water planters, so that they may be able to water this greenery around the home. That's one option. Pretty good option too. Some of the other designs that I come up with, let's see, these are hyperlinks I've got saved. Let's see, I'll paste this in my browser, see what pops up here. Okay, here's another type of tank that's being used to collect rainwater, and it's actually pumped into the home and used for bathing, toilets, irrigation, etc. Now there's filtration systems of types too, and like I said, this water could very easily be distilled somehow. It's not very difficult to perhaps do that. Let's see, what else did we find? There's a few websites that I found. But for the remainder of this project, that's what I've decided to do looking at this map. This could be pretty complex, and it's an ongoing process. There's some definite work we could do to get ourselves off the grid, as a politically correct term, the water grid. by trying to utilize some of the storm water in this vicinity for personal use, and just think, how that might affect other things. Okay, so let's start with that project. We're going to do some research on collection of gutter shed water coming off of roofs and gutter systems.